Watched pot never boils. Stitching time saves 9.
What are you doing?
We're doing another idiom special, and I'm going through fan submissions.
What's next?
Cat has 9 lives.
Can we do that one?
No, we cannot. Wild goose chase.
Can we eat the goose?
No, that one's out. We're never gonna get a chance to do this one.
When the poop hits the fan. I think we can do that one.
Really? What's the myth?
Well, it's a worst case scenario. It means that when the poop hits the fan, crap's going everywhere, and if you're anywhere in the vicinity, you're gonna get covered in it.
And you think we can do this tastefully?
Well, maybe not tastefully, but scientifically.
Okay.
So the team are asking, when unexpected, all-encompassing chaos ensues, does this idiomatic illusion really hold true? If you actually flung feces into a fan, would everyone in the vicinity end up covered in shrapnel?
The story's about poo. In fact, it's about poo flying everywhere. Obviously, we don't want to be exposed to this stuff, so with that in mind, we're going to create our own user-friendly version, which will be hygienic and won't smell bad.
Waiter, my poo has a hair in it.
Yet retains all its other physical characteristics. Now, to do that, we need to use some real poo, look really closely at it, measure its qualities, and then try to replicate them. We've decided to use dog poo for that purpose because it's readily available, and it's what you might call your average middle-of-the-road excrement.
Basically, they're opening up a whole new field of science. Excrement metrics?
Excrement metrics. We have come up with 3 metrics by which we're going to make our imitation poo. The first one, density. We found that 100 cubic centimeters of real poo weighed 4.1 ounces. That's the weight we're going to shoot for.
The next property I was thinking of was compressibility.
Second, compressibility. A 2-inch diameter puck, when we put a couple of pounds of weight on it, actually compressed to a 4-inch diameter puck. We're going to look for the same type of behavior from our imitation.
What about stickiness?
Third and final metric is stickiness. We found that when our puck was compressed between the 2 sheets of acrylic, if we put a little weight on the bottom sheet, it took 4 seconds to unstick from the poo. We're going to look for that exact kind of behavior, and we feel if we match all 3 of these metrics, our imitation poo is going to be just like the real thing with none of the downsides. This sign is number 147 in a series of signs you never thought you'd see.
Now that we know what we have to replicate, it's time to make our poo analog.
And strangely enough, Jamie being Jamie, it's a skill he's spent years refining.
Flour. I actually have a lot of experience doing something rather like this. Cornmeal. Not making poo, water, but actually making fake organic products, in particular food products for commercials. Clay powder. I've made oversized cookies, oil, every kind of a food product you can imagine. And I find that you can create just about anything you want. It's not looking too bad.
And what the guys want is a material that matches their 3 key excrement metrics. So, using a combination of material science,
That's within 2%.
cookery skills, and his special effects experience,
It's really nice from a compressibility standpoint.
Jamie makes his flour-based goop feel like real poop.
And you know what? My don't stink.
Interesting idioms and the odd adage have proven to be fertile territory for the MythBusters.
Dude.
That is a lead balloon.
So who better to make a whole heap of fake poop
It's time to go into mass production.
and see what really happens when it hits the fan?
And while we're at it, we're gonna add a little blue food coloring. I don't know, maybe it won't gross people out so much.
Once Jamie has squeezed his physically accurate excrement analog into individual poop portions, the turd tossing can begin.
I think we're ready to test.
You've probably already figured out what we're going to do here, but I'll explain anyway. We're going to hurl these poos at this fan inside this 310-degree surround. The idea is that anything that flies off this fan will be clearly visible on this surround. Shall we get started? All right. Oh, it feels really, it's impressive. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. That was, I have to say, I'm a little disappointed.
Well, you know, we kind of figured with that screen on it, it's not going to fully penetrate the blades of the fan.
Right, the screen is out.
But a closer look reveals that although it wasn't as disappointing as they first thought,
Oh, but look, there's actually a fair bit of coverage over here.
those few tiny specks are by no means a dung-splattering home run. So cue take 2, and this time, free from its protective guard, will the fan slice, dice, and fling feces in all directions.
All right, here we go. 1 fan minus 1 grill plus 1 poo equals...
Equals a whole lot of not much. And so far, the myth is looking like a bust. With or without the grill, poop is physically hitting the fan, but the odd splattered speck does not constitute the catastrophe the idiom implies. But the guys aren't giving up yet. These preliminary tests have yielded some info.
I'll tell you what I didn't expect. I thought that the cage would actually prevent the poop from reaching the blades. I thought it was like a non-starter, when in fact it acted more like a kitchen implement, slicing and dicing the poop so that it actually spread better with the cage on than the cage off. Where does that leave us? Where do we go from here? Where do we always go from here? Bigger. From 12-inch fan to a 20-inch fan. Bigger cage, and the blades are made of metal. Yeah.
So, let's see if the mean metal fan can.
That worked pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Not bad.
Not bad is not good enough. When the poop hits the fan, you expect a disaster of poop storm proportions. And so far, that hasn't happened. But that doesn't mean it's not possible. Perhaps some combination of variables, like the direction and speed of the fan or consistency of the poop, will make it happen.
Before we start in other variables, I'd like to remove one. I don't want to rely on myself for flinging the poo. I'd like to make a repeatable poo thrower.
Adam's now going to build a rig that consistently throws poo at 30 miles per hour.
Yep, before they embark on a series of tests that will isolate the myth's best chance of being confirmed, they need some consistency. Unfortunately, Adam, with his funky rotating catapult, seems to be consistently missing the target.
After 4 hours of work on this, it's really pretty, but I think I have to abandon it. Not only is it not going fast enough, a potentially fixable problem, it's not aiming anything close to reliably. It's ending up on the floor, the poo's ending up on the ceiling. I need it to be 100% reliable in order to use this, so I'm gonna cut it to pieces and try something else.
Something else being a more traditional catapult design that not only gives good speed,
31.
31! Nice!
it gets the round hoop in the square hole every time.
Shall we get to testing?
I think so.
All right. One.
While testing the idiom, when poop hits the fan, Adam and Jamie have seen some promising signs.
We're seeing our simulated poo spread radially outwards directly from the blades.
But for the myth to be confirmed, they need the feces to fly to all four corners.
So I've divided our testing surround into 4 quadrants. This will allow us to test by test quantify the type of spread we're getting from each of the iterations we're trying.
So now they're going to run through all the possible combinations that will give the myth its best possible chance of success.
Okay, so high-speed fan, frontal direction, and regular poo.
The fan's speed, direction, and the consistency of the material in question. And in a blur of a turd toss.
Did you get some on you?
I did.
And spray pattern analyzing,
Couple of spatters in quadrant 1.
the guys cover all the possible permutations with poop of regular consistency.
Look, we've tried hitting these fans both on high speed and low speed, from the front, from the back, and I think we're making progress. It behooves us to try every possible thing we can to see if this phrase is true, which leads me to wonder, what if our poop, what if our sample was less, the word I might be looking for is cohesive? What if it was softer?
Obviously, poop comes in all different kinds of consistencies, and we've tried a firmer version. Now it's time to try a softer version.
And Jamie's so proud of his new, softer poo formula, he's getting all artistic on us.
I'm actually developing quite the technique here. I find it's best to start vertical, doing a nice, tight little coil, staying directly above. And then the trick is, right as you come to the top, to do a little twist with the plunger while pulling up, and you get a nice perky little tip at the end.
Oh, yeah, wow. Oh, that feels just like when my dog has been eating too much soft food. Soft poo, from the front, high speed. Oh, that's a whole different kettle of fish.
Much finer spray, and we got a lot on the front one and some all the way on the back.
Oh, nice.
I think we're advancing.
And if there was any doubt, the new pliable poo flew all over the crew.
We got it all over our high-speed operator. Outside the testing zone.
But that was as good as it gets.
In 3, 2, 1.
Because none of the remaining combinations improve on that first set of results.
Well, we've determined the worst case scenario, which is the softer poo into the fan from the front at high speed. We're still not getting the universal coverage that we're looking for.
This myth is all about complete catastrophe. And now that they know what will give them the best chance, it's time to take this test full scale.
All right, so where do we stand? We're testing the idiomatic phrase, poop hitting the fan, and we've taken as our guide the soul of that phrase, which to us is, when poop hits a fan, everyone around that fan gets covered with poop, the worst possible case scenario. And we've tried pretty much everything we could think of. We've tried hard poop, we've tried soft poop, we've tried fast fans, slow fans, plastic fans, metal fans, throwing it at the front, throwing it at the back, and we've determined really pretty definitively that any given poop and any given fan do not equal universal coverage. But of course, we're not going to leave it there because we want to know what would it take. And right now we're thinking what it would take is a really, really big fan and a lot more room to work in.
More room to work, you say? The hangar at the abandoned Alameda Naval Base should probably do it.
Right now, this is nothing but a massive 90,000 square foot empty room. They used to build airplanes here during World War II, but soon, right where I'm standing, the is going to hit the fan.
Yep, it's the perfect location to take this test full scale. And to confirm the catastrophic consequences of the myth, they'll need to see everyone in the vicinity covered. I wonder how they're going to test that.
You may wonder how we're going to test the full spread of the poo in this large-scale experiment. Wonder no more. For the last 2 decades, I have been slowly growing my own clone army specifically for scientific testing. You ready, boys? They're ready.
The flat pack poop platoon is ready, and so's the fan.
This right here is our fan. It's a 30-inch diameter, 1100 RPM, 1/4 horsepower cage fan.
Next, the guys put the poop delivery device into place. A state-of-the-art piece of Hoosier hardware called the Hyneman.
That seems ideal.
Yeah. So how are we going to get all this poop into the fan? Well, I figure this shovel right here will do about as good as anything. And as it happens, I'm no stranger to shoveling poop. In fact, when I was 16, I had a horse, and I cut a deal with a neighbor that he would board my horse for free if I cleaned out the stables every day. Now, I learned very quickly that my dream of riding my horse after school was replaced by shoveling poop. So the point here is that if you cut a deal with somebody, be very careful that what you end up with is actually what you had in mind in the first place. Otherwise, you might have nothing but a whole load of crap.
It's great. It's great.
Next, Jamie mixes up plenty of poop substitute. using the same soft serve formula that gave them the best results in the shop.
Your average person generates about a quarter pound of poop a day. Now this right here is 80 pounds of our special simulated poop formula. And to put that in context, it would take your average person about 9 months to generate this much.
And if you thought no one in their right mind would want to stand at the eye of the poop storm, you'd be wrong.
You didn't think I'd pass up an opportunity to be part of this experiment, did you? You know, you look taller in person.
If there's any substance to this idiom, when I'm done, there should be blue poo on all of these dummies, including Adam.
When poop meets fan, is it really a complete disaster for everyone in the room?
In 3,
To find out, Jamie, Adam, and their crew of crap catchers
2,
have gone big, real big.
1.
Oh! Ah! Oh! Nice!
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, hold on a second.
Now that is what you call poop hitting the fan. Everyone from the cameraman to Jamie, Adam, and every member of the poo platoon got at least some level of coverage.
And I think you'd agree with me that when it comes to poo flying around the room, any poo is bad.
Adam wasn't the only one. I got it on my beret, I got it on my shirt, I even got it on my mustache. And we had spray ending up all the way out to about 40 feet away from the fan. That's quite a spray.
I gotta say, this is another in a long line of myths in which in the small scale, I didn't think things were looking too good for the myth, but in the large scale, all of a sudden they're looking pretty darned good.
Yep, under the correct circumstances, the myth's catastrophe criterion has been matched, and the fat lady is warming her tonsils. But before she breaks into song, Adam and Jamie have still got 2 buckets of unused fake poo. Now, what to do?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep, it's the MythBusters' patented ramping it up to ridiculous. And to make sure they deliver on a suitably supersized scale, they're upscaling the fan and flinging the poop from all directions.
Oh yeah, ah, perfect.
We figured this time around we're gonna deliver our poop from multiple directions. Are you ready, Adam?
I am ready, sir.
All different directions. In 3, 2, 1.
I'm covered with it. It got all over me from up here.
And with that, this myth is all over with.
Let's inspect the troops, shall we? Spattered, spattered, oh, spattered, messed up, spattered, 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 and spattered. Where does that leave us?
I don't know, covered in poop?
It does. I'd call this one plausible.
Under the right circumstances, I agree.